So now I'm going to start talking it because I'm feeling it now. So please, everybody mute your microphone. I'll come back to you once I start finishing this. Leila, are you recording this? Leila. Yes, okay. Now let's start talking on mind management. We talk about time management. We talk about everything else before. The important things right now these days is our mind. How can we balance our mind? We know how can we balance our life, but there is no point to balance the life when mind is not balanced. Let me tell you today, because I did some research about it myself, and my mind, because of my couple of situations in life, wasn't balanced lately, and it's still not balanced, and I'm working on myself to keep my mind balanced after the time balancing, after the workload balance, after the life balance and everything else. Life is like, your mind works like a river. That sometimes the waves are too high, sometimes the waves are quiet. But when the waves are high, the logic behind is the stones under those waves which makes the waves high. When the stones under the waves are not there, the waves are quiet. Our life and mind work same ways. When you have got things in your mind, then the waves are high. When we have got no problems, hassle, problem, tension, depression, anxiety, all those kind of things are not there, the waves are low. That's how the mind psychology works. How can we reduce those things from our mind? Are purely simple ways. You know, when waves passes, they leave the line behind. When the waves are not there, there is no line. When somebody tells us things, you put those things in your life or in your mind, then there is no line. But if you don't listen to those things when people say, then there is a line. Because your waves are high, the stones are hitting those waves. What we need to do, we need to listen when people say, put them into practice, so our waves are not go high. Our waves are quiet, peaceful. And if whatever I say, whatever Fatma say, whatever any mentor, any guide, any advisor, any person say to you, if you don't listen those things, then the only thing is going to happen, your waves is going to go high. Your mental ability won't be there. And in order to make your waves in control or in check, you need to start putting things into the practice. Listen to them. And focus on these kind of things to learn and put them into practice. What happens so many times, we don't put things into practice and we lose the translation. We lose in the translation. You know, sometimes when people speak to you, especially when English is not your language, and then you lost in the translation. It's a phrase. That means you lost between the conversation somebody trying to do with you, and you just don't know what's the right message. In order to balance your mind, you need to evaluate the basic stones in your life, the basic problems in your life, because they cannot be same all the time, unfortunately. The life is like a roller coaster. It goes up and down, right? And then all we need to do is balance ourselves accordingly. Imagine you are in the car, and the car goes on the rough path, and then you're going left and right. The solution is the seat belt to balance you. You are in the plane, and the plane gets the air packets and goes left, right too much distortion and jerkiness, then in order to balance yourself, fasten your seatbelt sign comes up. When you're in the rough ride, which goes here and there, they do more protection on you. They keep you controlled from the harness device. And imagine yourself into the situation where hello, Zafar, please mute your mic, and then I'll talk to you. Just listen on the topic mind management.
Okay.
Thank you. Right. Imagine you are in very, very rough situation. For example, in the rope, you are trying to pass the rope. You are just in a rope, and you are skydiving, right? Or you are trying to walk on the single piece of metal or a rope, and you are not dependent on any kind of support. So what they will do, or imagine you are climbing a mountain. Just put it this way, you're climbing a mountain. What kind of a support you're going to get? You're going to get a harness support. They will buckle your belt. They will tie you up so you don't go left and right. And they will try to pull you up. Right? So why they do it? The protection is there to balance yourself. And exactly like this, in mind, you might lose your nearest and dearest people. In mind, you might lose your people. In mind, you might lose your job. In mind, you might lose your partner, your people, your hope, your financial things, your social things, your success, your results, your exams. There are lots of things you might lose in your life. But what you need to do, we need to do, is keep ourselves balanced. Manage our mind. Somebody, imagine if you don't manage your life. You will do whatever you want, exactly like a drunk person. A person is drunk, and he don't know what he needs to do. Hello, Ali. We do not need to see your video, and also please mute your microphone, bro. Right. Imagine a person who's drunk, and he don't know what he needs to do and think. His mind is lost. And if his mind is lost, he will do whatever he needs to do without any kind of a managing his mind. Right. So what we need to do, we need to manage our mind by managing things. And how can we manage things? There are different times, different reasons, different year, different problem, different day, different situation. All we need to do, keep it balanced. So imagine if somebody tried to swear at you. You motherfucker, you fucking asshole, this is fucking, you're a dickhead. Da-da-da-da-da. What are you going to do? Either you're going to control your mind, or either you're going to lose your plot. In English we say. And when shit hit the fan, you lose your control. So there are two kind of people. I'm going to give you this example. I've got a gun, and I'm going to give it to two kind of people. One is a person who can control his mind, another person who cannot control his mind. Let's see how they're going to use and abuse of these tools and technologies in their hands. So the person who's got a gun in their mind, he can either go ballistic and start shooting at people, or he can control himself with the gun and start protecting the borders of your country, or start protecting himself. Example of two people who control their mind. I can give even a drink or a glass of wine or a beer or a whiskey or any kind of alcohol beverages to a person, two different type of people. It's still I'm giving a bad thing. But the one person who knows how to control his mind and self, he will drink to the limit. It's called control your liquor. Ali, please mute your microphone. The option is right in front of the screen next to the video option. It's called mute your microphone. And I'll come back to you after this session to ask questions and feedback, etc. Thank you very much. And we do not want a video because it's going to create a problem on internet speed. Right, so I'm going to give a drink to two people, different type of one who knows how to control his liquor, one who knows how to control himself, and then other person who don't know how to control his mind, etc. So one is gone over the limit and one is under the limit. Naturally speaking, that guy who knows his limit, he knows how to control it, he's not going to lose his mind. But the other person who knows or who don't know how to lose or how to keep the limits, he will lose his mind. That's precisely the example of those people who knows how to handle the situations. If somebody got a financial problem, but he don't know how to control his mind, he will go ballistic. He will go mad. He don't know how to control himself. Ali, please, mute your microphone, sir. Thank you very much. The last polite warning.
Okay.
Thank you. So, yeah, he's going to lose himself. Why? By giving circumstances. Under the giving circumstances, I lost my job, but I have got no control of my mind. So you know what? I'm gonna go mad. I'm just gonna stay away from people, stay away from family, stay away from social, stay away from everybody, and I'm gonna isolate myself. Why? Because I cannot control my mind. I lost my friend yesterday in the war. I lost my friend yesterday, he died. I lost my uncle yesterday. I lost my mother yesterday. But if I got no control of my mind, I won't be able to cope up with the situation. I'm under difficult circumstances. I'm under difficult scenario. And I don't know how to control it. That's all mind management. It's all about the layers. That life and mind is like a river which goes up and down like the waves. But the waves leaves the marks. And the waves go high when the stones under those waves are going to create the problems. The mind and situation goes high when your stones, which are the problems in your mind, goes up and down. The waves are part of the river. The situations are part of our human life. It's never going to be stable. It's never going to be sane. But the only way we can control is by managing our mind. Mind management. No matter what I say, if you don't put those things into practice, then there is no point. You will have a high waves. You are not gonna in the situation where you never get any problem. You're not going into a situation where you never indulge into any kind of mental problem. We all will have to. We all going through the rough and tough hustle and bustle. We cannot isolate ourselves. Every single person is in the problem, one way or another. Different situations, different problems, different personality. But the common thing is that we all have problems. The problems are nothing to do with your time, culture, creed, religion, situations. Don't blame them, please. Blame the humanity. We are humans. We're going to face this problem. So if you think you don't have a job because of your culture, if you think you do not have anything because of your religion, if you think you do not have certain things, privileges because of your country, because of the government, because of whatever, that's all bullshit. It's all your mind. People create opportunities when they don't even have any opportunities. There is a big phrase. Don't wait for opportunities on the door to come and knock. Create the door so you come and knock the opportunities. If you do not have a circumstances to stay happy and keep your mind balanced, create the circumstances. If you do not have a situation, financial situation, to make your financial situation better, create the situation. Nobody else is going to come and create these kind of things to you. Only you need to do it for yourself. Nobody else is going to come and spoon feed you, guide you. Hey, forget about it. I've got one of the person these days, and all my admin knows, Team Jimmy knows about that person. she was in the hospital. Now the situation is mind management. Mind management. Can't control the mind because of the emotions. Emotions are the roller coaster of life. For example, you're driving a car. If emotions are under your control, you will be the winner in fastest car in the world of Formula F1. If your emotions and yourself, your mind is not in the control, you even walking and you can end up hitting yourself in front of the car. Because your mind was somewhere else, you don't know where you was going, and you end up hitting in the bus. Or you end up coming in front of the car. But if you balance your mind, you can drive even the fastest car, Formula 1, and win the race. Who do you think those guys who drive those fastest things in cars and everything, they put themselves into their life into danger? Who goes, astronauts who goes up in the speed of thousands of miles per hour up to the moon, they can control themselves of 20 years of training for 3 seconds of the shooting the the jets, the aerospace things. They train 20 years to control their mind for 3 seconds of launching the jet. 3 seconds of their life, they put 20 years of hard work. You know Muhammad Ali, if you read about his success, he said, I train myself, I go through a hard time in my life, up and down, wake up 4 o'clock in the morning to walk every single day, 16 miles. I work hard all my life for only 30 minutes of the ring fight. All those guys get trained in the field of a battle. All the soldiers who go to the war, they put their life into danger, and they need their mind to be present at the time an enemy is there. If they do not use their mind, balance their mind, they can either get shot or they can either shoot people. Controlling mind. Controlling mind into the situation when you are in the problem is all about life. It's all about mind management, decision handling. You know, I give in the lecture the difference between executive decision and a normal decision. Difference between the precision and the perfection. I'm going to tell you all. Please, everybody, mute your microphone. Who's the difference between the winner and the champion? Haji Ahmed, please mute your microphone. The option is right in front of the screen. Thank you very much. There's distortion coming from your mate for some reason. Anna, please type how to mute the microphone or a screenshot and send it here, people. Okay, I'm going to drop your call, Haji, until you stable your internet connection or come. Right. Let me give you the example of perfection or the champion, between the winner and the champion. Let me give you the example how to make decision, but the executive decision. If you hit, I don't know how many people knows, darts. You know darts? Right? Now there's a code in front of you which you need to hit. The score. The scoring is there. And you've got 3 attempts. Right? Or just say, well, no bowling, we go for playing bowling and stuff. Now there are 12 balls. Okay? And if we roll the ball to hit the saddles, if all saddles are down, bullseyes, jackpot, we hit the jackpot. But we have got 3 attempts to hit the darts. If we hit every time right at the bullseye, which is the center 90 score, 20 score, right? Which is a 60 point in total in the dartboard. If we hit all 3 times on the exact spot, it's called the champion. It's called the perfection. If we hit 120, 110, 60 other spaces, but yes, we can still be a winner, but we are not a perfectionist. We are not the champion. The champion comes, wins every time with the precision. I don't know how many people knows these days Usain Bolt from Jamaica. I don't know how many people know the athletes from recent games, legend Pele, footballer, from Argentina. I don't know how many people know from Great Britain, Mo Farah, the recent legendary winner. I don't know how many people know Sir Alex Ferguson. I don't know how many people know, Rooney, Wayne Rooney. I don't know how many people know, so many athletes, sportsmen. Now the reason they become legend, because they every time scored perfect. So if you score every time perfect, you become the champion. Life is not about just winning. Life is about becoming a champion. Controlling your mind into the giving circumstances. When you lose hope, when you lose something, when you lose your job, when you lose your partner, when you lose anything. And then yet you control your mind. Like I given the example. That formula racer, giving the example of the astronauts. They get years and years and years of training for just few seconds of winning. Why? Because they just get the training, not physically. The Formula 1 driver is not getting trained, going to the gym every day. He's just getting training to control his mind and emotions. On the long curves, how to maneuver, how to control the speed, how to increase the speed, how to tackle the situation when you are 200 miles per second. That's the same technique and training for the astronauts. How to control this breathing, how to control their mind when you're in the space. The life is exactly like this, the river. How to control the waves when there is a stone under you. There is no point to be happy when you're living a luxury life, you're sleeping in the water bath, when you got a food in front of you, when you got luxury, when you got royalty. There is no challenge, is it? There is no test. The test, challenge comes for your mind when you are in a difficult situation. It's like a soldier. He gets years and years of training. That firemen, the fire marshals, they do not have anything whole day, probably entire months when there is no accident happens. Only for one day, if there is a fire anywhere in the world, anywhere in the country, anywhere in the area, they go full, straight away within five minutes, they have to get the destination to control the situation. They get trained. They get money every day for 18 hours for doing nothing. Unless there is an emergency. Imagine the situation of the ambulance driver. He's got no emergency whole day. But his mind is put into a test when there is a situation, heart attack anywhere in the local area. And he drives like a maniac. He drives, woo woo. He needs to save the life. He needs to activate his mind under the given circumstances. The police, the chaser, they're driving like in a speed into the traffic to control the situation, to tackle the situation, to handle the situation. Why? Their mind gets trained for tackling the situation, for handling the situation, which could be one incident, one accident, one kind of a problem situation in a day, in a week, or in a month. but they got the training to control the mind. Sometimes whole our life, wait for just one situation, which you never experienced in your life. And that is your test. Let me give you my own example. I never experienced this thing, so I cannot say I never had this kind of training before. But I never trained how to control my mind when I'm going to see my mother pass away. My mother expired and I was not ready for that time. But I had to control my mind. I couldn't. It's easier said than done. Because I never felt, I never had a warm-up training like the soldier who been to the mockery training sessions. Exactly like the same way that you are in the battle. Like astronauts, they get training, years and years of training, by giving the same circumstances. Like the Formula F1 driver, he gets years and years of training in the lab, in the tracks. But we don't get training how to control yourself when you see your mother, father, your parents, and your anybody right in front of you dead. How could you get a situation like this in your life? How could you get a training like this in your life? You cannot. All you need is the mind management method and techniques to ready for yourself in the situation which might come and arise in front of you. For example, the earthquake. In our department, I'm not allowed to tell you some more information about my work because it's confidential. But we have called DR team, Disaster Recovery Team. Years and years, my company paying DR every day hundreds of thousands of pounds. Hundreds of thousands of pounds we are paying every day for DR, Disaster Recovery Team. To just get ourselves ready for the situation when we have disaster. There is a dedicated team every country have to tackle the situation for the war. There is every day training goes on and millions of pounds is spent. Fatima, please mute your microphone. It's not rocket science to find out where the option is of muting your microphone. Thank you. Right. Where I was. Yes, disaster recovery team who are ready to tackle the situation. For example, these storms, earthquakes, natural disaster. They don't come. They don't give a practice of, hey, there is a fake earthquake. There is a fake storm, thunderstorm. There is a fake natural disaster. So let's see how it happens. So these kind of things, they don't do the warm-up things or mockery things or training sessions for that. But they've yet prepared themselves for those kind of things that if these situations do come arise, what we need to do. Unfortunately, when a baby born, we prepare for the baby even 9 months before the time that baby born. As soon as we human hear the news, we want to have a new baby born, we start preparing for it. Go and buy the clothes and all those kind of things. And, sorry, just give me 2 seconds. Right, okay, sorry for the interruption. It's just going to go away, mate. Even at my weekend, I'm on the call. So if any situation comes in, they need to call me. Anyway, I'm going to try to sum it up. It's 20 minutes left. 10 minutes I'm going to talk more, and then we will take some questions and answer on this. Okay. So yeah, we do not we prepare for the baby's news. There is a new baby coming in, and we start preparing themselves. And we make our mind ready for it. Unfortunately, look how idiot we humans are. We know everybody has to die, but yet we don't practice and ready ourselves for it. That is the only undefined truth in human life which nobody can deny, is that death. Death is the only truth for us. But yet we don't prepare ourselves for it. Yet we are not ready for it. Yet we hate this. I knew my mom is gonna, one day or another, gonna pass away. I wasn't ready for it. I know my dad is going to do. I know I have to do one way or another, today, tomorrow, whenever. I don't know. But do I have to prepare my mind for it? Yes. But do I do it? No. All of us has got family. And all of us has to die. All of our parents has to die. It's hard, a bitter truth, but it's the reality. But do we prepare ourselves for it? No. So, I'm not asking you to prepare yourself for it. I'm not asking you to start practicing and thinking about it. No. What I'm asking you, it's going to happen. Get your mind ready for it. Because if you won't, and the situation comes, you will be in the shithole. You won't be able to control your mind, that's my guarantee to you, if you won't think about it today. If we don't prepare ourselves for the situation, unforeseen circumstances do arise in our human life. We do not have a control of it. We cannot stop seeing our parents die. We cannot stop seeing ourselves die. We cannot stop seeing our situations to be happy all the time. But what we can do is control our mind. Manage time, mind management, life management. If we do that, I believe you me, you're gonna come out from any situation you may end up like a soldier. He needs to survive. In order to stay alive in the war, he got the training for this. Nobody shoot him before. Hey, let me shoot you so you know how it feels. But he been trained, his mind, body, soul, trained that if you do come up in the situation where somebody shoot you, how to control yourself. If you do come up in the situation when enemy right in front of you start shooting you, how to defend yourself. This is exactly the summary of my life, my lecture today, guys. Learn how to be defensive, how to be offensive when situation comes in your life. How to control, how to tackle the situation when problem and things come right in front of you. Nobody can control it, but you need to be ready for it. You need to make our mind ready for it. You need to know how to come out from those situations which shakes you to the part. I had two choices when situation comes in. I either stay low. When my mom passed away, I was like literally like I was about to drink, smoke, and all those kind of shit. But I controlled my mind. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still fucked up. I still think about it every day. It brings me down. But we can't do anything about it, can we? We cannot bring our nearest and dearest alive. But what can we do? Control our emotions, control our mind. And that's the precision, that's the morale of this lecture today. That if you do not want to see the long waves in the river, you need to start tackling the foundations and situations of life which might disbalance you. It's exactly like a mountain climber. He's climbing the mountain, but if he do not have a support, if he do not have his mind balanced, he might end up falling down. It's exactly like those. It's exactly like those things. Sorry, let me just. This is exactly like the Formula 1 driver example I said. If he did not control his Hamid Haj, please mute your microphone. If he do not control his mind, he is driving in the speed of 200 miles an hour. He might end up dead or hitting the curb. So you need to do what we need to do. Control our mind, control our emotions, control our feelings, control our circumstances. There is a one person here, I'm not going to tell the name, but she comes to me one day, my life is fucked. And I'm drinking and I'm doing all this shit and all those nonsense. I said the same thing to her. You got two choices. You are afraid of your life. You got fear now to face the public, to face the social things, to face the life to people again. So I given the example which is very famous and you all heard about it. Whenever you feel fear, you got only two choices. You either forget everything or run, everything or rise. Two choices. Life brings you down. People come and kicks you sometime. Nobody's going to come and give you hand to stand up. But if somebody comes and give you hand, do stand up. Guys, that's all I'm going to talk. These kind of things doesn't give me any deadline for time. There are lots of things I can talk, but remember only things. We do have situations in our life. We all have to be ready for tackling some unforeseen, some unfortunate circumstances in our life, and sometimes good circumstances as well. But all we can do, we can only control our life, we can control ourselves, we can control our soul. Remember, the life comprises on three things: mind, body, soul. And our life comprises on five balanced things in our life: mental situation, physical situation, financial situation, social situations, and spiritual situation. If you control all these things from my balanced life formula, from my mind, body, soul, from this unfortunate circumstance, you're going to end up. Hello, please, microphone. Thank you very much. So yes, if you control all these things in your mind, your life, in your daily circumstances, you will be able to calm yourself down. You will be able to control you'll be able to control your life. If you won't, you will be in a roller coaster of confused hormones. It's like
everybody turn off Mark.
It's like those situations when you don't know what to do. You're like a headless chicken in English, we say. It's like a drunk person who don't know where he's walking, who don't know what he's doing, who he's rumbling, he's tumbling, he's jerking, he is not in the right balance of life. So yeah, mind management. Manage your mind, manage your emotions, manage your life, and then you will end up survive like a soldier. Thank you very much. I'll let Fatma to talk a couple of minutes, and then we will take some question and answer on the mind management. Yes, before I go, Hamida, you ask a question. Why do we need mind management unless we control our mind? Well, you given the answer. We need to control our mind to tackle the situation of ups and downs, because these are part of life. Problems, situations, accident, incidents are part of life. Nobody can control or stop them. We live amongst human beings. If we don't know how to control our mind, we might end up taking some wrong decisions. We might end up taking some harsh decisions. It's like those people when you cannot control ourselves, when you do not control our life. then you might end up doing massively wrong decisions. And then you regret the rest of your life. Shit, why I took this decision? Why? Because you didn't have mind management. Remember my example of perfection, precision, or the champion and the winner. A winner is the one who might win from 1 or 2 fraction of time. But the champion is the one who always control his mind and always hit the nail on the head. Always hit the right perfect score. That's called... Why we remember Muhammad Ali? Why we don't remember Prince, Hamid? Why we don't remember, Mike Tyson too much? Why? Because Muhammad Ali was a champion. He was a perfection. His mind was in control every time when he was in the ring. Why we remember some of the most famous scientists? Why we remember, the legendary Stephen Hawking, physician? Why we know, richest people in the world right now? Why we know Alan Sugar, Sir Alan Sugar? Why we know these people? The reason why we know, because they made the right decision from their mind. I'll give you one last example which I used in my previous lecture. Listen to this one very carefully. It's not necessary, and somebody please write it down. It's not necessary that every successful person make the right decision. Please mute your microphone, otherwise I'm going to drop your call. Drop the call. It's not important that every successful person made the right decision in their life. But it is important that every successful person made the right decision at the right time. Remember this, and you will never forget why mind management is important. That those people who are successful, that the reason they're successful, they make the right decision at the right time because of managing their own mind. But those people who are not successful, the reason they are not successful, that yes, they do may make 1 or 2 right decisions, but not at the right time, but not with the right balance of mind. Hey Anton, sorry, what's your name, mate? Can you please mute your microphone? That's the last warning. I'm going to drop your call, mate. Thank you very much. Right, Fatma, I'll let you speak, and then we'll take the live questions from some of the people. There are 32 people live in this call, so please respect. 16 people are listening and they can talk. Okay? Let Fatma talk. Please mute your microphone. The option is right in front of your screen. And then we will take some questions and answers. We'll give answers. Fatma.
Yes, and Jimmy keeps saying mind management. Learn these things. Like he said, the Formula One driver trains how to manage your mind. Go to people that you know that are successful or have dealt with certain issues in their life. Learn these tools. And yes, we're going to make mistakes every day. Like we say in English, we're going to make mistakes. We learn from those mistakes. We get up, we dust ourselves off, and we go forward. If we stay in that dust, then we don't move forward. We stay in that cloudy mind. If you learn how to manage different situations, you might not have had some situations in your life, but someone else has. Go to them and talk to them. Ask them, how did you handle this? How did you do this? And don't just go to one person, because one person's way of doing something is not the same way you may do them. Learn from each other. We are humans. We are social beings. So be a social being and go to someone you trust and say, I just lost my job. I know you have lost your job. How did you deal with it? What did you do? Go to someone else. What did you do? And implement these things in your life. When you go to school, you learn what you're studying. You don't just go into school and they say, here's your diploma, you are. You have to learn the things. You have to learn. If you're going to be a doctor, you have to learn to take blood pressure, or you have to learn to take blood. You don't know it automatically. None of us know life automatically. It didn't come with a handbook. It didn't say, here, this is what you have to do to be successful. There are things that we can go out and learn to do. We're not born with certain equipment that we automatically know. We know the basic things. We know that we have to learn to walk. And when we learned to walk, we did fall down. We didn't just get up and walk off. So when we are learning these things, it's life lessons as well. You know, when someone passes away, we don't have that lesson that we've learned before. So go to somebody, how did you do this? Or find someone that can mentor you. Find someone that can tell you, hey, yeah, this is how I felt, and this is what I did. This might not be what you do, but you'll learn it. You'll learn how to control anger. Some people get angry at the drop of a hat, and what does it get? It doesn't get you far. It gets you more problems. Some people get very emotional at certain situations. You have to control those. That's part of your mind as well. Looking at things clearly and looking at them diplomatically, these things are tools to help you in your everyday life. If you're driving down the road and you're going fast and you know that you can drive well, you have to remember somebody else may not be able to drive well. You have to take in consideration the environment. You have to take in consideration your own abilities as a driver and someone else's abilities as a driver. Jimmy was saying about the ambulance drivers. They train. They train for other people's mistakes as well. They train. If somebody pulls out in front of your ambulance, what do? So be active in your own learning, not just in your school learning, but in your life learning. Because if you're in a balanced life, your success is so much greater. If you're in a place where you have peace of mind, the world might be in turmoil, but if you have peace of mind, your life doesn't have to be in turmoil. Your life doesn't have to be fighting against you. When we learn certain things by experience or by someone else's experience, we gain knowledge on how to conduct ourselves. You know, if you go into a meeting and you know you have to conduct yourself in a certain way, we put our mind in that situation. We say, I have to go into this meeting. I have to conduct myself this way. You can't go into a meeting and just fly off the handle because you don't like a certain sentence or something. We train our mind not to do those things. We train ourselves in different situations. You already have a lot of abilities because you are intelligent human beings. If you say, oh, I don't know, I'm not that intelligent, give yourself credit. You see the world around you. You are observers of the world. And you can learn from it or you can resist it. And if you learn from different situations that happen in the world, in your families, in your own lives, you will benefit, no matter if it's a good situation or a bad situation. You will definitely learn from it. And what you do with that learning will determine if you're successful or not. And we're not saying that life is going to be so much better if you do this. It will be so much better that you can handle these things. It'll be so much better that you'll know how to react and do these things. Like Jimmy says, everybody's going to die. But it's how we handle the situation. We could end up shutting down and losing our own lives because of the situation, losing our own way. But what good does that do? That doesn't do any good for us. And the person that has passed would not want that for our lives. If you said, oh, my father died, so I'm going to shut down, how would your father feel if you shut down? How would your mother feel if you said, oh, I quit? They would probably come back and say, I'm going to kick your butt until you get your butt back into what you're supposed to do. So learn how to deal with certain situations. You might not have to go through these things, but you're prepared. He says they're training for all these situations, but sometimes these situations don't arise, but they're still trained to deal with them. A doctor may not ever deliver a baby. In their whole career, they may not, but they've learned how to.
Even as a girl, you don't never deliver the baby, but you need to get ready for it when you get pregnant, innit?
Absolutely. There are certain exercises your doctor gives you as a woman to prepare you for delivering a baby. They're called Kegel exercises. And he'll say, this is how you prepare your own body. Your body will change, your body will do. And not just for girls either. Men, there are certain things that will happen. Your body changes in puberty. If you prepare yourself for these situations, it won't be as drastic and as traumatic. Going into marriage, no one knows. There's no blueprint or anything for a perfect marriage for each one of us. But if we see somebody, I know somebody that's been married for 53 years. And I said, what is the key to you being so successful in your marriage? And they still love each other like they loved each other from the beginning. They said communication. We learned, we listened, we spoke. They have their arguments. They disagree. They are two different personalities, but they learn from each other. And for me, I'm learning a new way of life altogether, and I stumble at times, but I find somebody that has been through it or that has knowledge. Maybe they haven't been through it, but they have knowledge about it. Maybe we can go through and see, okay, this person is very wise. Then I can talk to him. Find a mentor. Don't go through life alone. And sometimes we need many mentors, in just different situations. I can't go to Jimmy and ask him, well, I'm a woman. Go to a woman. Go to somebody that you know that's going to have the answer or that has some type of way of going about doing things. We all go to our parents and say, oh, my parents, I love them so much. They're so wise. Then learn from them. Sometimes we don't have a good family life. Then go to someone else besides the family. Find someone or some people that can mentor you, that can say, this is how I dealt with it. You might not deal with it this way, but these are some tools that you can use. Or these are some ideas. Managing your mind is key for everything in your life. Not just for big situations, but for everyday life. Things that arise in our lives that we cannot foresee. One day we may have a job, the next day we might not. Situations change at the drop of the hat. One day we might be best friends with someone, and the next day we might have a big argument and they're gone. So how do we deal with these things that occur in daily life? And if we have clear thinking, diplomatic thinking, we can go through just about anything and come out a survivor on the other side. If we just let things guide us blindly, you won't have a successful and happy life. We'll always be in turmoil. Jimmy was saying about the waves. If you put a boat in the water in a hurricane, if that person does not know how to handle those waves, the boat will sink and all will be lost. But for people that have learned how to steer their boat, will get to the other side. Will survive. And like Jimmy says, it's a roller coaster life. Not everything's going to be roses and a beautiful garden. There are thorns to those roses. And sometimes there are more thorns than roses. But it's how we deal with those situations. It's how we think about those situations. We can think negative and put our situations. Learn. Be informed in your daily life even. You know how we say schedule things? We need to also schedule for our mind. We need to say, I don't know how to do this. How can I find out? Who can help me? And don't just rely on one person. Because maybe our situation's a little different, but we can learn some tools. Go to many people. Be proactive in your own lives. Don't think that things are just going to fall in your lap and happen. Yes, there are things that come to us, but to have a successful life and a productive life, we have to be proactive. We can't just say, if you go to school and don't do the work, you can't expect to pass the class. You have to study. You have to work hard. And that's like with our daily lives. We have to do these things to have a successful daily life, to have a successful life in general. We have to learn these lessons. Life is a lesson. It's one long lesson. And sometimes we succeed and sometimes we don't. And we learn from each situation. But remember, you are the driver. You are the one steering the boat. You are the one driving the car. If you don't put your foot on the gas pedal, you don't go forward.
Okay.
If you don't put petrol in your car, how do you expect to move forward? So there are many things to know how to move forward, what to do. So learn from these things. Become in a better state of mind. Like I said, I go to many people and ask advice. There is no shame in asking for advice. If you have a situation where you need to talk to somebody, actually, it is a shame that people don't ask for advice, because somebody may help you make the situation better. Someone may teach you how to make the situation better on your own, negative or positive. And as I also said, there are no dumb questions. The only dumb thing is not to ask questions. If you're sitting in class and don't know something and you don't ask the teacher, you won't know it. If you don't go to your book and look for the answer, you won't know it. So you have to be proactive in your own life. You have to be motivating yourself as well. You say, oh, it's too hard. Nothing in life is actually easy. Nothing. But we can make it easier by being aware, by participating in life. People say, oh, I get too busy for this, or I get too busy for that, or I can't do this, or I can't. If we balance our lives, we have a well-rounded life. Just like when we learn to speak English. If you read, write, listen, speak, you become well-rounded. That's the same way with life. If we balance our life and have a social life, have a work life, these things we need to feed ourselves and to become decent people, good people, productive people. These things we need in our lives. If someone is born and when they come to the mind and just sit in the dirt and do nothing, how do they grow as a person? How, if you don't get up and open that door of opportunity, how do you go forward? So learn these things, how to do these things. Jimmy says, get a balanced mind, get a balanced life. So be active in learning how to do that. Be active in saying, I want to be able to do this in my life. I want a successful life. You might not become rich, but in doing these things, you'll be at peace. You'll have a peace of mind, saying, yes, I did this. And sometimes success isn't always there. You know, we learn from our failures more than we do our success. When we start getting successful, sometimes we start getting lazy. Say, oh, I have my success, I don't need to do anything else. But that's not true. There's always room for improvement in every part of our life, in our attitudes, in our behaviors, in our even the way we deal with other people. There's always room for improvement. I try to be a better person every day. Everyone says, well, why don't you try to be a better person right now? I am trying right now, but I'm going to try again tomorrow. And I might only get one step today, but tomorrow I might get 2 steps. But if I don't take that step, how do I move forward? If I don't start to walk, how do I go forward? You all made a decision at one point in time for various reasons to learn English. If you didn't make that decision, how could you have learned? You don't automatically just know it. You say, okay, I've planned to learn English. I know it now. No. You had to take those steps. And some people take many steps quickly, and some may take smaller steps. But their goal is the same. They will achieve that goal because they put their mind to things. Sometimes one way doesn't work, so you have to change your mindset. Okay, this didn't work. I'm not going to quit, but I'll just change this. In that way, we go forward. And different people have different definitions of success. Some might just want success as to be fulfilled and happy in their life and have peace of mind. Some people might want fame and fortune. But if you sit in your room and you don't do something to achieve those things, you'll never get them. And that's the same way with our mind. If we don't learn to use our minds, if we don't learn to go forward in thinking,
Okay, I can't hear you, Fatma.
Okay, go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay. Right, guys. One by one, we will go across the table. We'll ask questions. Whatever you got to say about mind management, anything, feedback, please, this is your time now. I welcome you, sir, first of all, to all those new members. Thank you for joining. And because it's your first time, when you join, stay mute. You only speak when you be spoken. Hold on, I need to take this call. Yes, hello, mate. Oh, perfect. That's fine. I'll tell you Graham full name later on. Not in the system. Is it? That's bloody... Alright. No worries. I'll talk to you later, bro. No worries. Cheers, bye-bye. Right, sorry. So, yeah. Brian, are you okay with the answer?
Yes, it's fine.
Now, because this call is recorded, let me give you... So, what was your question again, please?
My question was, we all say all the time that we are going to be ready whatever comes in our lives, whatever circumstances that we are put in, we are going to fight it. But when we get there, we just hopeless. We don't do anything.
Yes, you're right. And the answer I've given you, you are a doctor, you are a dentist, you do surgeries, which are horrible and which are very technical. You're never born to learn those things before. But you learn it when you tackle them. You learn it beforehand. You just, you had education about it. Life is exactly like this. For example, I've given you my own example. When my mother passed away, I never had to experience this kind of thing before. But when I experience it, I need to make my mind balanced. And in order to face this horrible situation, I don't need to go through with that. There is no practice sometime in life. There is no disaster recovery for the disaster. There is no, like I've given you the example, those, the team who are basically there for earthquake disaster, for any natural disaster, they don't have to practice these kind of things, but they need to prepare ourselves. Prepare your mind. Like I've given the example, 6 P's in the previous time management. And the 6 P's is a prepare post. Prepare before things happen, not after things happen, because you will not be able to control your mind if you don't prepare your mind. You won't be able to prepare your mind if you don't start taking these advices on board. So I completely understand where you're coming from, but we need to start preparing our mind ready for things what we and not ready. For example, if you lose job, it's not the end of the world. Move on. If you lose friend, not the end of the world. Move on. If you lost your relationship, not the end of the world. Move on. It's easy to say, like I'm saying, move on, but we need to start looking forward, not backward. Past is mystery. We can't go back to the time and change it. But people live in the past. That is the problem in these days. We don't live in the present. It's like that formula driving license. If he's driving in too fast, but he's thinking about yesterday, his missus was very angry on him just because he didn't bring the nice shoes for her, or a ring. So how he's gonna concentrate that time? He won't. Present mind. Presence of mind is as important as presence of your body. I hope this answers the question. Right, who else? Move on to Jessica. That's fine, no problem, Omar.
Hello.
Yes.
First of all, I want to say welcome to our guys, and most of the people I think that here are newcomers. First of all, I want to introduce myself, if you allow me, sir.
Yeah, please.
My name is Umar. I'm from Pakistan, and 1 year ago I had joined this group. I learned a lot of things from my respected teachers, Sir Jamie and Madam Fatima, and we have learned a lot of material and a lot of concepts here. So the answer of the question, what the madam asked about the situational analysis, exactly, sir, when a person born from his parents, no one learns. He is in a learning stage up to death. We have to face all the problems. Suppose in case something happens, and it happens, let's say, in our families, same like a tragedy which had happened with you, dear sir, your mother, no one have experience, sir. But we have to manage and we have to face, and to face the challenges is the solution. To run and be sad from these particular challenges is not the solution. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Great. Yes, Omar, you are now 1 year old or more than that listener. Your friends, your cousins, I know all of them. They are our regulars as well. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being regular. And thank you very much for your short speech. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Our mind only becomes manageable when you manage it. Otherwise, you will be like a drunk person who don't know where is he going, what is he doing, what is he saying. So we don't have to be drunk all the time in our life. We do not have a power to decide at the right time. So we need the power to control our emotions, to control our circumstances and situations. Okay? Move on. Rosa.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. Your turn now.
Thank you. I have no question, but I am thinking about our minds. How can I invest in conscious and unconscious mind to control my life and my emotions and everything? How can I, especially in unconscious mind? I don't know how to invest.
Okay. Now this is very, very, very important and deep question. I know your expertise, Rosa. You are a psychological person and you believe in soul. Now let me tell you this. Sometimes we hear things. Sometimes we smell things before times. Sometimes we talk to ourselves. Sometimes we feel that something's going to happen. That's called unconscious feeling. There's nothing wrong with it. Your sixth sense or seventh sense is telling you something. That, hey, this is... No, okay, I'm going to give you the straight answer. The straight answer is believe on reality. Whether it's conscious mind tell you or unconscious mind tell you. Always see what is real. Now people make things up sometimes. If I go and do the pronunciation class, then I might not be able to concentrate on my studies, etc., etc. Now that's unconscious thinking. That means that's not practical. You are thinking unnecessary things before even it happens. It's called cloud thinking. So don't anticipate things before it happens. In English, in our organization term, in our office, we use pragmatic approach. Be a pragmatic person. Now let me type it down so you know. You can search this word. Always be pragmatic, realistic. Who lives in the recent situation, who do not live in the different cloud. Because if you live in unconscious mind, you're only going to do and expect things according to your way. You're going to only listen to yourself. Because these are the thinkings only you know, nobody else. But if you live in the conscious mind, you are living in the presence of mind. And presence of mind which tells you what to do, what not to do. Live in the real world. Don't procrastinate things sometimes. Don't think ahead. Think with the situation. Live with the situation. Take decision upon or by giving circumstances. Not by unforeseen circumstances. Okay? It's very tricky and hard question. But I know you and I believe in you. You are a very intelligent person, Rosa. You proved it.
Thank you.
Last year ago, you asked me this question on my goal lecture. I want to do something in my life. And I want to go abroad for studies and I cannot get out from Palestine. It's my country problem. And I have talked about you personally in front of everybody. That there is no word that you cannot do. There is always things you can do. The only person who can make things possible is you. And you did it. You've been to Turkey from the circumstances, odds were against you, which means the circumstances were not in your favor. But you did it. You proved it to yourself that you are a person who can do things. And you achieve your goal. And we both agreed with the deadline that within 1 year you will go abroad and do it. And you did it. You and Safi did it after my lecture. So I can believe you now as well. If you stop believing, thinking too much your unconscious mind, your conscious mind will tell you that to live in the presence of mind. And you will achieve a lot of things. And I'm saying in recording, saying in life, believe in it, do it, you will see the result. Okay?
Thank you, yeah.
Rafa.
Yes?
Hello.
Hello.
Now, you are my another person whom I talk about the problems you have. Now, situations you have. But have you able to control your mind or not yet?
Most of time it's hard to control my mind, but I am trying to change that, and I think I am better now. I can control a little, so little, but I'm trying to learn more about that, you know. It's not easy to control your mind, your feelings. It's very hard.
Okay. All right. Now, there are two things you need to do.
Yes.
One, keep the past in the past.
Yes. It's. I think for me it's very, very hard to do that. The past always come back for me, then I need to try that so hard, really.
Because you keep living in the situation where past come back. You keep thinking and remembering and missing those situations where past come back again.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to change your house, your situation, your room, yourself, your look, everything what reminds you from the past.
Yes.
And the reason it's happening is keep bringing past, because you are thinking and letting the past come back again. Don't do it.
Yes.
Secondly, is your emotions. That you
are right.
You are not able to control your emotions, which making you sensitive and bringing your past.
Yes, I need to try.
Am I right?
Hard. Yes, you are right. Really.
Okay. Now, you are a good person. You got beautiful kids.
Thanks.
You got a beautiful life. Okay? You are good.
Yes.
You got a full-time job. You are a smart person, a qualified person. But the only thing is that you do not believe in yourself.
Yes. I really wanna say to you, you are wrong, but you are right. So.
Yes, I know you wish to prove me wrong, but that is the right thing. Sometimes you think you can't do it, but you have to believe you can do it. All I want to tell you is your kids need your presence of mind. They need you with them, with the presence of mind. For example, I may be with my parents or with my father, all the time.
Yes.
But my mind is somewhere else. So I'm actually living with my family, but I'm not there. And all I have to do is switch myself and give them quality time. Sometimes you spend 10 minutes with your family, but with quality. But forget everything in your mind and the past.
Yes.
That time is beautiful time of your day.
Yes, I think it's very, very important that the time with family and stop to think about how, only enjoy and feel how much your family loves you. I think it's very, very important, really.
And before that, Rafa, you need to love yourself.
I know.
Stop running situations, what happened in the past.
Yes.
Start living in the present, what is happening right now. You can still move on.
Yes.
You just don't want to move on. Because you want to keep living in the past. Move on. Take a step. The first step will be hard, but the second step will follow itself.
Yes, you are right.
Great. Thank you very much. I believe in you, and I'm sure...
Thank you.
I've given you enough time since I last spoke. It's been a long time, very long time. But I'm busy. I didn't ask you how's everything going on. But I believe in you that, situations are better since we last spoke. So, again, you need to listen and take care of everything what we discussed before and now and move on.
Okay? Thanks a lot.
Great. Brilliant. Azu. Online. Azu. Leila.
Yes. Hello.
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 Speak.
Oh, thank you very much for your explanation.
And about myself, I think I need to take things easy. And if I learn to take things easy, I would be able to manage my mind. When we take everything hard in our mind, then we are not able to manage them. Then it happens.
And why are you taking things hard?
I don't know. Maybe I got used to it, and I'm.
What do you mean used to it?
I don't know. I just. That's my way. I always do that, and I'm practicing to take things easy.
So you think you need to change?
Yes, I am changing.
Good. Okay. Now, only the advice for you, keep emotions out. You do not have a problem with your past. You have a problem with your present.
Yeah, I'm more strong than before now, and I have no problem with past. I am making present better. Trying
Good.
to make it better.
No negativity, no emotional, and you will be great.
Yes. Thank you.
Like I said, in the group everywhere, you got lots of potential. Don't forget what you proved to us in our Telegram and as a team, Jimmy, that you got many talents. You are in charge of posting in our channel. You are in charge of our designing things. You know, you're creating videos, logos for our group. You know, I cannot imagine for a minute that you could have done it. Now, thousands of people are your student for your grammar class.
Yeah. We need a right way to guide us, you know, and I found it, and I am working on my way now. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, keep it up. That's all I'm going to say. Don't give up.
Okay.
The good thing about you is you keep moving forward.
Thank you.
You need to do this. Don't take such things which I talked to you yesterday. You know, if when you do come with the situation, just control your anger, control your emotions, and control your negativity. These 3 words are very, very important for you. If you do listen, you will have a smooth wave in life.
I will.
Great. So fast.
Hello.
Hello, Ahmed. All right, then you speak. Welcome to this group, Ahmed Haji. Where are you from? Turkey? Oh, this Haji gone. Solmaz.
Yes.
Wow. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you. How about you?
I've got a cake in front of me.
Nothing.
Okay. Go on. How's things in your mind?
They are very well, you know. I'm an easygoing person, and I never think about. I can say I never think about my problems. I try to let them go, and you know, I think writing and a diary is a good way that we can manage our mind, you know. And most of the time, I write my feeling, I don't know, my mind about something, and I think it's so good. And actually, I know that my life isn't easy, you know, same as other people. I will have a lot of problems, and I can solve them. Not all of them, but I try to do my best. And I think all people can manage their mind, but in a correct way. I read a lot of books, and actually I have a very nice psychologist because I think people need them. And close friends are very good, and they can help you to manage your mind, and you can manage your problem, and you can find a good solution for them. Yes, and I think that the important part of our life is that take it easy, you know. It's just a life, and try to catch your dreams, and I tried a lot. And actually, sometimes I tried a lot, but I can't catch it, you know. And no problem, I try another way. Just this.
Okay, good. Right. I can hear you what you're saying, but there are a few issues. So let's not. Anyway, my issue with you in terms of your mind is, yes, you are an easygoing person, but don't try to do things from your ways. Sometimes it's called as a team player. I've got a big issue with you, right? Which means your mind contradicts when you try to do things from your way. Okay? You need to be like a team player. Sometimes, if you listen to people, listen to do things the other ways they want it, it's good. There's no harm in it. There's no problem in it. Be a social person in such a way that not only you, everybody happy with you. You know what I mean?
Yes, I told you that. Friends are very good. They can help us. And
yes, but you're not getting my point. If you are if you've been giving any task in the team, right?
Yes.
That you know you are part of the team.
Yes.
Then just try to be a team player, not a role model.
Yes.
That's the only good advice to you. That don't try to be like a team leader. Try to be a team player.
Yes.
You know, most of the time, when I come to the group, I never show myself I'm the boss, this and that. You know, no. I try to become like the person whom I'm talking to.
Yes.
Like for you all, my team, Jimmy. I become like you. I don't impose things to you. All my timing and timetable is according to Iran time, not the UK time. So thing is, the reason it is, I never use I word. My everything is team, Jimmy. Our team. Our. I never use my own signature in post. You know, I could do a lot of it, but it's a collective help. It's a collective thing. The reason is we need to become in a team as a team player, not a team leader sometimes. So, you know, it's good to share ideas, but not good to impose ideas. You see what I mean? So
yeah, I got it.
I know you are a clever person. You got my what I'm trying to say. Annabella, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, bot. How are you, Anna?
Lady bot.
Lady bot.
Thank you, I'm good.
The bot named Anna.
Yes, that was great.
I sent you, isn't it?
Yes, I should make one like that.
Okay, Anna. Where is my team? Where is my other people, man? Where is Afshin? Where is everybody else? Did you pass the message to them?
Yes, some of them are busy in main group, and they told me that inform them when the admin call starts. So
did you inform them?
I think we are now in general call. Yes?
Yes, admin call as well. I'm not going to make another call after that. Trust me. I need to go.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now I will inform them.
Just share the recording. Right. Okay. Right. Anna, have you got anything to say? There is a lot of things you need to do in your mind management.
Yes, actually, I always struggling with myself in my mind, and I had many problems with myself. I haven't shown anything, but inside myself there are many fighting. And actually, these days I think everything goes well because I changed the way of thinking about my problems, and I don't have any negative views to my problem. I see them as a challenge in my life, and sometimes I tell myself, hey Anna, this is a unique problem. Only you have this problem. Let's see how you deal with this problem. And actually, when I say this with myself, it can make so easy my way of thinking to, or I turn into that problem. And yes, and these days I have some big problems actually, and I'm trying to deal with them. I hope I could overcome them.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. If you've got a problem if you're having a pain every day in your body, in your mind, or anything, what are you going to do?
Try to think how I can solve that. How I can.
Okay. This is the exact answer I was expecting from you. The problem in you is you try to tackle everything yourself. You keep things to yourself. If you got a problem, you go and see the doctor. If you got a situation, you discuss with people. Like Sulma said, I've got a philosopher or some psychologist, my friend, and all that. I talk with them. I discuss with them. And that's a great deal in your life. If you don't discuss your problem, you can never get an answer.
Yes. Let me say something. Yes, actually, you are totally right, because sometimes I think I can't trust even to my closest friends. I think they can handle my problem. I think they can understand my problem. And even when I told them my problems, when they tell me the solution, I can't implement that solution because I don't trust them.
Well, if you won't tell your problems, you won't have any solution. Sometimes you don't have answer of your own problems, and you need to go out and discuss these problems with people. If you won't talk, you won't get any help. We are not perfect people, okay. These are your problems. No rational decisions. Discuss your problems. That's your solution. That you don't discuss anything. You ask yourself question and you find answer in yourself. You think you are a teacher of yourself, and that is the biggest problem in you.
Sorry, can I say something?
Yeah.
No, some people have some experiences, that maybe they had this problem before, and it's so good when we talk about this that we say that, have you ever, for example, gotten this problem, and they say, yes, I experienced that. All people are different. Maybe our problem, we can't stand our problem, and others can stand it, But when you talk with a person that you trust him or trust her, and he or she is more experienced, it can help us a lot. For example, my father, every day I have problem, I talk with him, And sometimes he can't solve my problem, but he says some words to me, some advices that you can do this, and I try that solve it myself, Some people can't solve your problem because they're not in your shoes. but they can, they can listen to you, and it's so important. You can understand that somebody can just listen to you. It's so good. And sometimes, most of the time I get in problem that, I stuck in it and I can't do anything. But you can't believe it. When I talk to my father or my close friend, they can help me. They can tell me the solution. But suddenly, I feel that I'm very relaxed right now and I can solve it. People in our society or in our family, in our relatives, I think there are gifts from God that we can be with them. I don't know. I think we should find some people that they are more experienced about life and they can help us.
Yes. Okay, the only thing I add in your feedback, Solmaz, that sometimes when you're saying you discuss the problems in your father, and sometimes you can help, sometimes you cannot. So when he cannot help, you need to go and find the right person. It's like, for certain problems you try different doctors, but you keep trying until you find the right doctor. Yes, you are going to doctors who are all qualified, but not all doctors can sort you out. Exactly like this. Sometimes you go and discuss with people, but if you don't get an answer, you are approaching wrong people. Whether it's a dad, mom, or whoever. Your mom cannot be a doctor, so you can't rely on that kind of question too. Your mom is not an accountant. Your father is not a solicitor or anybody, anything.
Yes.
So
for every situation I have a special person. For example, for financial problem, my father is very good. So what about now?
Financial.
Financial. For financial problems, my father is very good. For other problems,
for everybody, it's good. Whenever you need.
Yes, exactly. I have a lot of people around myself for every situation. When I'm sad.
Because your father is listening, so he give you another 10,000.
Yes, exactly. When I'm sad, I have a friend that when both of us are sad, we talk to each other, and she's very good for my this time, and I'm very good for her, her problems, something like that. But yes, people can help us, and as you said.
Okay, discuss this is going round and round. So the thing is, sometimes when you do not get help, go and find the right people. But you must need to talk your mind. You must need to go not only to light your heart, but go to professionals. Go and seek that voice. Okay, Anna, you're a good person, but I told you your problems. I'm not here to discuss the problems. I'm here to give you the solutions. And your solution is, you don't talk. You only believe in yourself. And I explained you very long time ago when I first spoke to you that the biggest problem you have, Anna, is insecurity. You don't feel secure with everybody. You don't feel trust with everybody. You think I'm going to discuss with them my problems to them and they're going to laugh. If I tell them my problem, they might not have a solution. These kind of things you think, and that's the killing point in your personality. Stop keeping things to your heart. You understand?
Yes.
Good. You found the answer?
Yes, I hope I could implement it.
Yeah, the answer is whenever you need money, go to your dad. like Solmaz. Right, okay, Fatma each.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome. Now you can unmute your microphone, Fatma. Hello? Anybody there?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, glad you're alive.
I'm alive.
Good.
Yes. What should I say?
What have you got today for dinner?
to know everything. Okay, I can talk?
Yeah.
Okay. As a human, as any other human, I faced my own issues, problems, incidents in all my life. Those weren't easy for me. They were tough, strong, and breaking somehow. But before hearing about my management, I've heard little about my management. But it seems human being naturally is able to adapt himself to unexpected problems. And I did that because but not knowing about my management, I believed in God. I stood on my feet and I took my friends and parents' advice in my whole life when facing problems. But I can say that it's not easy to forget about all the incidents, problems happened in the past because those are parts of our life. But as you said, be pragmatic person. We should live with present situation, with the real world, and we should accept those unexpected and spontaneous problems. We should be prepared for everything happens.
Prepared.
Prepared, yeah.
Prepared.
Literally, prepared.
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 Yes.
Prepared. Yeah, thank you. Literally, it's easy to manage some difficulties. Practically, it's so difficult. But as I said, we should prepare ourselves for everything that happens, such as illnesses, incidents, problems, death, and so on. And as I said, it's not necessary. No, it's necessary for everybody, every person, to make the right decision in our life at the right time. Unexpected, foreseen circumstances will happen to all of us, okay? No one is able to stop.
Why are you stretching the vowels or consonants? Please don't.
Circumstances.
Yes.
Circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
No one is able to stop that incidents, happenings, because those are part of our destiny and life. Am I right?
Yes.
So,
talk about your problems, please. Don't yourself. No, Fatma, listen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So many problems then. I talked about it. I didn't know anything about the management, but I believed in God. I believed in destiny. I believed that everything happens to us, and so I have to manage and control my mind and stand on my feet. But today I've learned that I have to manage and control my mind and keep the emotions away from myself.
Good. Now, let me tell you this. There is no need to be like, everything happens for a reason, everything happens because you don't believe on God. Religion, country, caste, all these kind of things has got nothing to do. You can be in war in third country, in Iraq, but you are from UK. But that's got nothing to do with the God or not. The God gives you situation. But same time, God gives you ability as well to handle the situation. But people don't...
Everyone believes something. Okay?
Sorry?
Everyone, in any religion or without it, I say everyone with or without religion believes in something inside his body.
No.
Maybe God or something else.
these problems comes to even those people who don't believe in God. So what are you going to tell them? That this is happening because of God. You don't even believe in God. What are you going to tell them?
Maybe something inside them, but not in God.
No, you don't believe in God. So what are you going to tell them?
He has to or she has to manage or control
He doesn't believe in God.
emotions.
Please, okay, listen.
I'm not in that situation. I believe in God. I'm talking about myself.
We are not talking about you. We are talking about problem of mind.
Hello?
Yes, we are.
Hello?
We can listen. Yes, we are listening you. Right. Okay.
Okay. I learned today we should be prepared, okay, for that situation in advance.
Yes, thank you.
And
That's good.
when
Yes, and
should control and manage our mind, because there are some ways, as you stated, the bad problems or situation as ways, okay? When those ways encompasses our mind, we will be weaker and weaker. And emotions controls our bodies and mind. So we should control our mind and emotions.
good. Now, I'm glad you never said that. It's because of God. And look, whatever we are discussing, problem comes to every single human being. It has got nothing to do with religion, God, and all those kind of things. So please, stay away these kind of things, because the problems and mind-related incidents are God-independent, which means they are not dependent on your religion or your faith. Yes, if you do have a faith, if you have a belief in God, it's your own individual situation or problem, but you cannot isolate, you cannot attach it as part of human things. Every person, no matter what is their religion, or even they don't believe in religion, these problems are part of our life. Alright? That person, I know loads of hundreds of people, they are atheists. They don't believe in any God. But they get the same problem as me. You know? So, the same rule apply to them. You need to be in presence of mind. You need to control your mind. You need to control your emotions. You need to be prepared for your all this unforeseen circumstances. All those kind of things are applicable to every single human being. Okay? So all I'm going to tell you, let's forget this general discussion. The reason I let you talk about your problems, and you talk very general, you didn't talk about too much. I'm going to tell you a little bit about you.
Okay.
Very emotional person, like I told you. You already said it that I learned today. I need to keep my emotions away. So that's a good lesson you learned. The second thing is that, please, never, ever, ever think that we always, whatever we think in our mind is right. Now, that is your killing point in your personality. You feel hard to believe that whatever I don't believe and think is right, or whatever I think or believe is wrong. You always think, right, this is me, and I'm thinking this, and it is right. And that's the biggest personality disorder problem. Stop thinking you are always right. And your personality will change like this. Your mind will change like this. You okay?
Yes.
Good. Thank you very much.
Yes. Okay.
And
thank you.
And Anna, I couldn't able to answer you. I must appreciate sometime Accepting your problems and admitting your problem is half of the solution. You may never said all these things before today to anybody what your problem is. But you said it today. And that's mind management. That's life-changing experience. To just even talk about what your problems is can give you the solution and is the solution. Trust, if you go and trust somebody who's expert, qualified, psychologist, degree, whatever, go and talk to that person. Don't think you are right by keeping things inside. In my official language, we say, when in doubt, reach out. Means when you're not sure about things, go and talk. Come and ask, rather than do things wrong. Because sometimes misunderstanding as well create a heap of problems. Half our life and mind works on misunderstanding, wrong assumptions, expectations. I wish anybody writing all these things down, because I'll break your leg if you won't write it down and share it in the group. Especially you, Ryan, and Rosa and Anna. Expectations, misunderstanding, confusion, miscommunication, differences, distance, emotional.
Can I say something?
2 seconds, please, Fatma.
Yes.
Emotion.
We're not saying become stones and have no emotion.
Yes.
We're saying put
please,
our emotions.
let me finish, Fatma, then I'll so emotions. These points are very, very important for you to remember. I was about to say a couple of more. But anyway, now, Fatma, you can carry on.
We're not saying be stones and take emotions out of everything. Our emotions drive us to many things. We're saying put the emotions in the right place. We are emotional people. But if we let that drive us and we are not in control of that, that's when things go wrong. We're not stone. We have emotions and things. So, but put them in the right places. Don't let you drive them. Don't let them drive you. And in these situations, if we, like I said, we are not islands. We are social beings. We are people that need people. So when we go to someone else and ask their opinions, they might not have the solution, but they might give us help in finding our own solution. If we stay silent, if we say my way, no way, or any of that, and we don't believe in others as well as believing in ourselves, we stay alone. We stay distant. We stay in a rut, as you could say. So believe in yourself, one. Then believe that others are there also. If you don't get the right answer from one person, like I said, go to many. I might not believe the same way you do, but that doesn't mean I don't get something from you. But, so go to each other, say, hey, we've had topics about certain things. Share your opinions, we say, because we learn from each other. You learn from your teachers on what you're going to be doing. If you're becoming a doctor, you learn from other doctors. If you're becoming a lawyer, you learn from other lawyers. If you're becoming into business, you learn from other business people. I have learned from Jimmy. My life was a mess for a while, and I didn't have direction. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And I spoke to Jimmy, and he gave me some options. Now, all of them I didn't implement because Some of them were not possible for me, but some of them I did take on, and some of them I did learn. And Jimmy has done the same with me. Jimmy, at one point, was very emotional about something. I said, take the emotions out of it, then try and look at it. And things changed. I said, that's a good idea. So we learn from each other in this way. But believe in yourself as well. You're intelligent people, like I said. Very intelligent people. Just admitting I have a problem makes me go forward with how to solve that problem. And like someone else said, they might not give us the solution, but they might give us some tools to solve this problem. Okay, go ahead, Jimmy.
Right, okay. Audrey. Azu, are you alive now? Jessica, Azu, or Lustati, if any of you are listening, please speak up. Or Kopul, oh yeah, you left as well. Come on, speak up! I got only 5 minutes.
Hello.
Yes, okay, Kopul, you go first, please.
Okay, thanks. Oh, my voice is not good. My problem, my management, also my personal life is good, yeah. I'm so happy with my family, but I want to focus at my work only. That you guys know, I have a problem with the CEO, and sometimes I'm so weak about him. He's so sick, and I don't understand him, Jimmy. I don't know how to do, but I just calm and quiet at my work. He like to complain me because of he think I don't know how to say he want to change about the work in the company for German standard, you know, and I don't know, but sometimes I want to give up and say to him, I want to leave, and I'm not perfect, Mr. Andy, I know, but and you can find someone you want for do your work as well. But my boss tell to him she don't want me to leave from her because I do my work for 15 years ago, and she said, let me try for her best, and okay, I said to my boss, I will try, but now I mean I don't know how to do, and he come to the office, I just quiet and I say to him just staying. You understand me or not? I'm so sorry. Okay, and he and nowadays we just
I mean, I have no idea to talk with him. I just talk to my boss order, and she said she give me for less with him for a view, and thinking about this problem again, and okay, I said to her, I will try again, Jimmy. I think I can do, but I said to my boss, please step by step, no suddenly. I don't know how German standard. What is that? I don't know, but I will try for my best. And please understand me too. I'm not perfect. And yes, I mistake at his order. I understand, but I will prove because just only the customer in Thailand, but we connect and communication with the customer from all over the world, and sometimes I do some information from abroad. I made mistake and acted like that, and
okay, Kapul, we got an idea. We got already an idea.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. That's good to know your feelings and what is in your mind. So the problem is this, that you are scared from your CEO, who always basically tell you your problem rather than, solution. So you are scared. It's just natural. But the problem is, whether it's he or she, if you have got a problem, you have to find a solution rather than living a prison life. You're going to office, but you're not going to prison. That way you think, oh, you are not motivated to go to work. I'm not feeling happy to go to work because of my CEO. Why? Because you'd never find the solution. You need to find the solution. Go and complain about him. He's harassing me. He's bullying me. He's attacking me. He's not nice with me. You need to just go and sort this problem out. Sit down with him. I told you, go and take him into the coffee. Sit down with him and say, look, I have got problem with you. Your personality is too hard for me to understand. You need to slow down and nice with me. If you want nice, I'll give you this resignation and go. Now what you need to do is find another job while you're doing this job. If you get a better opportunity, give him the notice and see. As soon as you're going to tell him you are not coming back to work, he is going to go mad. He's going to say, no, you're not going, you are my great person. He will forget all the German standard. He will be very nice with you. Because right now he is harassing you. He is basically become too much dominant in you. So he's playing with you. He's playing with your emotions. Don't let him do that. Control it. You're going to be mad by going to work. You need to feel happy every day when you go to work. You're not happy. So the solution is complain about him. If it doesn't work, sit down with him. Or before you go to complain about him, sit down. Or I must say, change your job, because you can't change your nature straight away. Your nature is very polite, very nice, very helping, and you're doing everything what he's saying. But that's not going to work, because he is basically your weakest link. You give him all your weak point. So when you give your weak point to your friends or your work, they know what to do. They know how to attack you. This is the same problem I told you, Jessica. You give your weak point too quickly to your colleagues, to your work, to your friends. And that's wrong. This is the common problem everywhere in non-English countries, that people try to give their weaknesses out. Don't. Okay?
Okay, dear.
Right. Azu. Azu, is she online or what? Jessica. Hello, Jessica. Is she online or not? All right, guys. I have to go. I can't just keep waiting for these people. So, no, we can't hear you. You need to unmute your microphone.
It's done.
Yes. Talk. I don't know what is the problem. Why can't you talk? Azu, you can't talk. Lustati, go on, talk now, please. Lustati, please talk.
Yes. Okay, actually, in my life there is one that I said that I really have overcome from temper and maybe weak helplessness.
We can't hear you.
Okay, to the point, to make it quickly, how to overcome our temper with need to face issue. I mean that I'm gonna do. Actually, I don't have any problem, but how to face it. Anyone if we have problem, and then we want to call them. How to refine ourselves, something like that, because I have problem about it, and I'm easily to get crying or what. Actually, yes, it is not so good for me, but yes, I want to change myself to be better. I mean, to make myself hard again. Something like that. So maybe you want to get it. Can you get it, please?
Yes. Fatma, answer it, please.
When we get angry, we are closed-minded. Okay? We need to open our minds to other people's opinions. Sometimes it's as easy as that. If someone's not listening, don't speak. If they're not going to listen, then don't speak. Tell your point of view, and that's it. Don't go into drawn out everything. And we were saying, take your emotions out of certain situations. When we get angry, how can someone else argue with someone that's not going to argue? They can't. They don't argue with themselves. So if we step back, take a breath, or can, and say, okay, I've explained my situation. That's all I need to do. I just need to make my point clear and let it go. Because if we take and get angry about a situation that we know we've stated clearly, because someone else is not respecting us, someone else is not understanding, then we put ourselves in a situation to become angry, to not understand what they're saying or what we're even saying. So, if it's with a colleague, if you're having a difficulty, go to someone else to mediate. Like Kaku can go to her boss and say, hey, I'm having this difficulty. How do we rectify this? We all need to sit down and discuss this. We all need to be on the same page. Some people might not have the same opinion. Some people might not understand your opinion. So we need to clarify things. We need to be in these situations with clarity. Anger doesn't get anywhere in certain situations. Sometimes you do need
Yes.
to get angry and say,
Really.
listen, but sometimes we need to take the emotion out of it and say, I've stated my opinion, I've stated what I wanted to say, now be quiet. Because if we draw it out, then it becomes a bigger problem. Then it becomes a bigger issue. And it could definitely affect us even more. So step back, state your problem, state your issue, and then step back. Because even in our own families, we can get angry at things, but if we argue about them, then they blow up into other situations. Like Jimmy says, kiss. Keep it simple. Even in our own opinions, keep it simple, because not everyone believes the same way we do, not everyone understands the same way we do. But if we state what we're saying, and then let them think about it. Let them say, okay, this is your idea. Now this is my idea. Okay? But if we get angry, or if we get emotional about these things, then that clouds our judgment as well. And then it blows up into a big issue that might not have been the issue in the first place. So sometimes we do have to take a step back from people. If they're making you angry, find out why they're making you angry, state why they're making you angry, and then pull back. Let the ball be in their court, as we say. I had an issue with a colleague, and she wanted to argue. I stated my issue, and then I pulled back. And then he realized, oh, this was the issue. What I was thinking was not totally even what I thought. And we went to our boss and said, this is the issue that we're having. And he says, well, he was thinking this way and he was thinking this way. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not what I was having a problem with. Sometimes it's misunderstanding because we're not clear, because we argue or we put an attitude in it or something like that. So when we step back or bring in a mediator or a third party that can see things from both sides, then we get some clarity.
Okay. Sorry, may I? I don't know about Azu, can she speak or not, but Jessica, can you talk now? I don't know. Okay. Yes. Cool, as Fatma said, half of the time you are letting things go. That creates problem. It makes things worse. If you keep things going on and on and on, and don't find the solution, whether it's relationship, whether it's friendship, whether it's work, whether it's anything, you do need to sometime find the solution. If you don't, it's like a disease. If you let it go in your body, it becomes a virus. If you leave any virus in your body, it becomes a disease. It's a thought. If you keep the thought in your mind, it becomes a big problem in your personality. And this is exactly the situation. You're letting it go. You're giving him opportunity after opportunity or reasons to tell you what to do, what not to do. You need to put a stop. You need to just draw the line. End this before it makes your mind more worse. Right, okay. We've been talking for more than 2 hours now. It needs to stop, all right? I'm really tired. I need to go get ready and everything. Okay, so Happy Girl, you just added now. Hello.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Great. Introduce yourself, please, and then we will talk on the topic a little bit from you.
Okay.
My name is Sepide, means dawn in English. And I'm living in Shiraz, Iran. It's Sepide.
Sepide.
That's right.
And what does it mean?
It means dawn.
Dawn.
Yes.
Dawn, you mean the first thing in the morning? Light first?
That's right. That's right.
Great.
That's the one.
Sabida. All right. Okay. That's unique. That's good. Carry on.
And I studied English at the university, and I'm working as a translator now.
Okay. You studied English where?
At the university.
Okay. Now listen. This is the kind of introduction I would suggest you to give next time. Okay. Hello, my name is Sajide and I'm from Iran. No need to mention your city unless you've been asked. So I'm from Iran and my qualification is in English. My profession is I'm a translator.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. First thing is you are new to this group and us. We've been doing it for many years. And you are late today. I don't know you are aware of the timing and the topic or not, but we do it on every Saturday, different topics, the combined group call, where you get an opportunity to speak up instead of just typing what we do in Telegram.
That's great.
You are our regular follower and you do come and attend sometime pronunciation class of me as well. I don't know your rest of the time and your rest of the classes because due to time difference I'm at work most of the time when you guys do the classes. Whatever you missed so far in the class, in this call today, you can catch it up by listening the recording. We will give you the link after this call. We talk so many points on mind management. If you have anything to add, say, ask, please do so, and me and Fatma will give you answer.
Actually, I have no clue right now, and you're tired. Maybe I can join the next conversation on next week.
I'm not tired. I just need to go. Yes, I have been talking from past 2 hours, but it's still I'm here. If you've got any question, anything which you may think is your, like here, okay, we all discuss our problems. We are like a family. No need to feel anything shy or anything like that. We talk about what's the problem in our mind. How?
I think mic management is a big issue. And I reached half of what Fatima was saying, and I was really agreed with it. Mind management is a great task, very difficult and hard to manage. I myself, I'm a bad-tempered girl. My name is Happy Girl, but I'm not very happy and I get angry very fast. And I say things to people, bad things to people, and then I regret it. And it's a bad thing, right? When I'm angry, I don't think clearly, I'm just mad, I want to empty myself, and I want to, I'm on anger to, I don't know, maybe share it with other people. I don't know, but it's a bad thing I have. And I've been trying for years to control it, but still, when I get angry, I'm like a 5-year-old girl. I don't listen, I don't understand. I just say what I want to say.
Okay.
And it needs a lot of work to do for people to have a mind management, to...
Sorry, go on.
It's okay. To manage their temper, to manage their happiness, when they're happy, what to say, what not to say, when they're angry, what to say and what not to say. And it needs practice, maybe not on a psychologist or something. It's something we have to work with ourselves, I think.
Okay. Right. I spoke on anger management very long time ago. We can do probably next week or some other time. In fact, Anna, do the next week call on anger management, because this is the second question. One was from Ostity and second is from you, then Leila and all those kind of people. We will do the anger management call.
Okay.
I'll give you a quick tip. In our psychology, we learned, it's called reverse psychology. To control your anger, to control your anxiety, your hyper nature, it's hobbies can change, but nature cannot change. If I got a hobby to play cricket or smoke or whatever, I can change that. But sometimes this anger problem unfortunately comes in the nature, and that is not easy. It's like, it comes in your, I'm not saying in your family or whatever, but it does play a role because of a nature. And it's not very easy to do unless you reach the right level of people who calm you down. The solution we find in couple of things, which I will talk extensively in my next lecture. For me personally, I had the same issue. I was maniac. I was headless person. I was not even right in the face. I used to punch people's faces. I used to go ballistic. I used to go mental. But anyway, I learned from great deal from my mentor and from my own psychologist help and my own qualification and my own dad, who just basically taught me how to control yourself when you come into the situation. And that's part of mind management. To be in a presence of mind which life throws at you. And now, it is getting recorded. And I'm going to say this. The reason Fatima left is because of anger management. She didn't like it the way she just wanted to understand that, hey, look, whatever I was saying, I was right. Things like this. But most of the time, the thing which helped me is, in anger, to controlling my anger, is reverse psychology. Step back. Step back from the situation which escalating or making you fuming, making you furious. Step back. Control. Calmness. The second thing helped me was very, very magically, immensely, was meditation. Believe you me, I was a rapid fire guy. And if you know what rapid fire means, I was that straight flare. I don't give a shit who's in front of me. Whenever somebody pissed me off, I was like, boom. Open mouth, big mouth, whether it's my boss or whoever. I had no control on my temper, my anger, myself, anything. But meditation calmed me down. Whatever shape or form you can, do. I mean, I can talk about it next week in detail what kind of different meditations exist and do. But these two things for you to give you answer, Sageda. Sorry, is it Sageda, yeah?
It's Sapida. You can call me Happy Girl. It's a difficult name.
Yeah, I'll say Sebi.
Safida.
Okay.
Hello again, dear Jimmy and dear Safida. I'm Hamid. I'm going back to I have to hold the reading classroom.
All right.
Yes, now I'm back. What about organizing life? I have a question about it.
All right, let me give answer to this one about anger, and then I'll come back to you quickly, and that will be the last question. Jessica, if you got a question, you can write it down, all right? Right, okay, so Sabida, Sabida, I apologize. Sabi, I'm not gonna say anything.
Happy girl, just pronounce it happy girl.
Yes, happy girl.
I will say happy girl when she becomes happy, and then there will be a drastic change after you listen to what I'm saying, even today. Forget about even the next lecture. So yeah, the solution is step back approach. Step back means if you find yourself into a situation when you cannot control, close your mouth. Literally from your hand. Close your mouth. And don't say anything. And this happened. Okay, this is not I'm talking about you, I'm talking in general. So please don't take it personal. This happened because of some incident in the past. These things happen because of some violence you see in your family or a fight. You know, sometimes like my brother, they used to be very shouty, they used to fight each other, and that's what make me angry. Because I never used to take my frustration out. In psychology, all these personality symptoms, when you cannot control your anxiety, do triggers your family problems or your childhood. Whether, like those people, you know, there was a good research on those kids who wear suicide bombing vest. And BBC posted it and did the documentary. What made them kill or blow themselves? And the research revealed the reason they do it because they've seen so much violence. They've seen so much blood. They've seen their own family got killed, murdered, raped in front of their eyes. And then they lose the control on their mind. And then there is no kind of way to... So basically, blowing them up is not a big deal for them. Because they've seen enough violence anyway. It makes them awake all night. They want to... I shouldn't talk these things online, but you know, they've seen enough violence that they want to just... It doesn't matter for us to do this. That's what they said. And they never seen peace, happiness, all those kind of things. So cut the story short, there are always reasons behind these personality disorders. Always. Whether it's you or anybody else or whether it's me. All we need to do, go back to the roots of these problems, take those roots out, and you will find the solution. The techniques can only help temporarily. But removing the virus from you and from your mind can linger on and give you impact on a longer run. Okay? Right. Now, that's one thing done. And Hamid, to answer you, mate, I've given you one word only. How to organize your life? Procrastination. Give priority to right and important things. If you give priority to the right and important things, you can. This is the only way to organize. And 6 P's, which I talked about in time management last week. Anybody knows? Ran? What are the 6 P's?
I don't know. Please explain about it.
Okay. That's not good.
This is first time I joined Skype call.
Okay, so proper
prayer.
Proper prayer after 6 before Mullah. Yes. Proper prayer. Let me.
Preparation. Yes.
There you go. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. It's not a tongue twister, it's the formula for the time management and for your life management, which explains, remember these 6 P's. Proper prior. Prior means pre, kind of like before time. Preparation. Prevents means stop poor performance, which means if you do things, if you organize things before time, it will help you to perform better. Otherwise, you are going to perform bad. Like my mentor said to me once, poor planning can be explained by 1 day of unplanned is equal to 1 hour of planned day. Which means if you plan yourself, you can do things in 1 hour. But if you don't plan, you can waste your entire day. Okay, so you got the answer, Hamid? Prepare.
Actually, my problem is my many field of interest. You know, I interest in sport, music, I interest in cinema, I interest in politics. So it's hard to choose one of them and follow. I'm saying I'm a multi-potential man. It's hard. I don't know how to choose one. I have problem with priority.
Now the simple answer is keep your mind busy in other things, man. You got too much free time. That's why you're doing all these things. You need to put your mind into some constructive things so you don't get things like this. You need to find there is not when you have got nothing to do, obviously you have got plenty of time to watch sports or go sports or do this, do that, do this.
I mean about my career. I'm talking about being an engineer or being a film director or being a politician in the future.
You are confused.
I'm not talking about hobbies.
So is it your question? Is you're confused about choosing your career?
Yes. That's it.
Okay. So whenever you are confused about choosing the career, do not choose according to the qualification. Choose according to your interest.
Yes.
I am software engineer. But the
problem, sorry for interrupting, but I interest in many categories. That's the problem.
But I'm giving you the solution. Hold on. I am a software engineer, but my qualification, my profession is not IT or anything to do with software engineering. My profession is management. Because I learn a lot about it and I'm interested in it and I enjoy it. I used to enjoy my IT side, my programming and all those kind of development, but I don't anymore. Now the thing is, right now, you kind of confused about so many options. That's because lack of guidance. All you need to do is filter all these things, what is multiple choices you have. It's like put yourself into the IELTS exam or MCQs, multiple sequential questions. What happens in the MCQs is you have question, you have got 4 answers, and you need to find the right answer. So the minute you see the answers, you start processing what is the best answer. Sometimes you do know what is the answer, but sometimes you don't know what is the right answer. So what you do? You guess. You try to use your mind to the right answer. And this is what you need to do. You use your inner feelings and guilt and your interest and everything, your guess and everything to reach to the short list from 5 to 3, 3 to 1. If you got 5 different options, choose the best 3 first. And out of your best 3, then choose 1. It cannot be like all the time you are perfect in every 5. No. It cannot be like all the time you're perfect in everything. You need to just show what's your qualification and what's your profession. That's what you need to do. From your previous qualification, whatever you learn in your life, use that experience. I'm sure you have never learned about theater, so forget about drama. I'm sure you never learned about, any other things. So you know about politics. If your qualification is about politics and your interest in politics, there you go. That's your best answer to choose and go for. But if you never learned about politics, but you are interested in politics, that's just your personal interest. It's not career. So many times people come to me, especially from Iran, unfortunately, they did degree in history, they did his degree in agriculture, now they're confused, they want to do degree in English, literature, Then they again confused. They want to do degree in teaching. Then they think, oh, teaching is not. Then they want to become a translator. 75 girls I know, they just doing, after doing many things, translation thing. Now, that is not smart. You need to do the feasibility of your own career without wasting too much time. Don't go into something which makes your life and time and cost wasted. Think carefully. I cannot help you what your personal interest is. Only you know better than me where your expertise lies. In order to choose a career, it's like a relationship. You need to put things into practical approach before you choose your partner and before you choose your job. Because that will be your daily thing. You need to live in it. You need to live every day in your job and every day with your partner. So you need to know can I live with this decision or not? Simple question. If I choose politics, can I keep my interest for next 10 years? Ask this question to yourself. If you say no, then don't do it. This is the question I ask. My father wanted me to become a software engineer. No problem. Best university in the world in UK, Huddersfield. There you go. Computing science, software engineering, qualified, good colors, And then I ask the question myself, do I want to carry on with this? Am I really interested anymore to do the programming? My expertise, my nature is leadership. And I cannot be a leader by doing this. So I quit. I completely move and switch my career. And it's been now many years, more than 6 years, I'm in the same field. You understand now?
Yes. Thank you so much for your explanation. You may know that my major is power engineering. I have graduated, and I also have a career in the market. I'm importing fitness shoes, sports shoes from China. Now, about my career, I have got a serious problem. I want to switch my career. I learned from you that you choose the leadership and management while your university degree is software engineer. And I will learn from you that no need to do something that
the job
is essentially related to our degree. Thank you.
My boss told me one day, that I was in the workshop for recruitment, because that's part of my job, to recruit people, to interview people. And they said degree is only for 1 day, 1 minute. When you come for interview, you show to the interviewee that, here you go. Sorry, you are interviewer and interviewer. So you show the interviewer, this is my degree. So he look at it and then he put it away. The rest of your life, you do your job from your own skills and expertise, not from your qualification all the time. So doctor can produce his degree, that I've got doctorate degree, but if he's not interested and failed to do the degree, please mute your microphone, otherwise it's going to echo my sound. Ali? Yeah, mute your microphone. So yeah, if he failed to produce his own skills, that yes, whatever he learned, he's good at it, then he cannot be a good doctor. There are hundreds of doctors graduate same time, but not hundreds of doctors get the job same time. The reason is lack of skills, lack of interest. The only person who gets the job, who shows his skills and interest. Remember this. This is very deep, mate. And this is what I do when everybody comes for interview. I look at it, oh, you may be PhD, but you sound like you just graduated from school. Or not even graduated, passed out, sorry. Because here, college goes up to school in UK. It's called GCSE, which goes up to until 12th of standard. So anyway,
Excuse me, I have some question.
2 minutes, Ali. So they can basically come to you and explain, I may be good at it, I've got a degree in it, but you need to produce what you are best at it. So find your inner strength and weakness and do the decision on your career accordingly. Okay, Amit? Yes, Ali Brother, quickly. Welcome, and what's your question?
Hello to all of you, and I have some question about how to manage ourselves, our minds, to don't feel anxiety and about myself. I cannot control myself in some situations. For example, in front of a group of people, I feel anxiety. How to manage my mind and control my mind and have a good self-confidence.
Okay, it's very deep question, and again, it's gonna take very long time. But somebody come to me the other day and he said, I can't sleep because I always think bad things before sleep. And I given one answer, count the blessing, not the stars. And this is my sticker as well in our Telegram. When you don't appreciate and count beautiful thing inside you, you always have inconfident level in front of you. So when you are standing in front of 100 people, but you don't show confidence, whether you are talking even in your language, forget English, because confidence, people come to me and ask, hey, I don't have a confidence to do the presentation. Sorry, I don't have enough English to speak. I said, it's not because of English you can't speak, it's because of your confidence. Even if I ask you to speak in your language in front of 100 people, you won't be able to do it because you don't have a confidence. It's nothing to do with English. So, anxiety is nothing to do with the confidence. Anxiety is different aspect of life. It's like fatigue in English we say. I'll give you both. In order to remove anxiety, the same answer goes as the anger thing. It's a personality disorder. Okay, which means you need to start taking things a little bit light, start becoming more happy, surround yourself into good and positive people, listen to motivated things, and find your good inner strength, what you are good at it. Slowly, steadily, you will find the confidence in yourself. Don't care about what other things, always care about what you're good at it and what you can produce. People, half of the time, don't focus on their strength. They focus on their weakness. And if you focus on your weakness, you can never improve your strength. I don't care how many people tell me my nose is big. I can only focus on people who tell me my speech or my words make difference in their life. I don't care about 100 of people come to me in my Telegram say my group is shit. I only focus on those who tell me my group is good. I don't care people comes into my class and just pretend I'm learning, but they want to do chit chat. My focus on those who came and want to learn. I don't care from my even admin team who comes and go. I only focus on them who wants to stay and make a difference. There are 100, even in this call, so many people rose up. I know since I made this Skype group more than 2 years ago, me and Rosa, we are friends. I know Fatma 3 years, 4 years more than. I know Jessica, she came to London to meet me. She stayed here in London. I know only these good people who make difference in their life and my life. And they are good people. So, they didn't have confidence when they started. And look at them now. People come and tell me, Kopkul cannot speak English. I say, but Kopkul can shut you up in 2 minutes because you got confidence. Which people don't have. Find your strength. What you are good at it. You will be able to stand up in front of 1,000 people and feel proud. I've been around many countries. So far 16 countries, and I'm going in 15 days again. Everywhere I go, people knows that he's here to talk positive and good only. I don't give a shit if they just say any shit about me. Move on. They will stop. If you give them your weakness, oh, I don't like it when you say this, then they will keep talking about it. They will keep pissing you off. They will keep bringing you down. If you want to stay up, ignore bad people, focus on right people. Keep the right people around you. Be positive in your mind. Don't be like a bee, what we say, because flies or bee only focus what is dirty. Be like a bird who always go and find the good things. Hope this answer your question, mate. I cannot carry on giving you, but I've given you the answer. It's just find your strengths and work on it, and don't focus on the wrong people. Focus on the right people in your life, and have a mentor. Have a right person on your side. I'm not saying be my follower and start, but I've got hundreds of people under my guidance, and I am under somebody else's guidance as well. I've got a mentor in my life who gives me positive things every time I want. Every single time. I can discuss even my personal problem with them, and they give me solution. So,
thank you. Thank you for this advice. I have another question. What's your idea about network marketing? Which in that classes that they are teaching network, they have very positive energy, and they always think about positives.
All bullshit.
Bullshit.
All bullshit, mate. I used to run the business myself, and I still got business, passive income, MLM, multi-level marketing. You go around, tell other people, and you'll get commission and all that bullshit.
Oh.
So, this passive income, multi-level marketing, social marketing, this is all to just tell you, if you don't have a job, come and join us. We will give you commission. If you bring other people, that's bullshit, mate. Don't go into that.
Yes, dear Jimmy, I do agree with you. I've seen many young people want to join those groups through marketing, but they are bullshit. And for me, I started my career about 6 years ago when I was 19, I don't know, but I started my...
Let me tell you this.
Marketing, yes.
Marketing is multi-level marketing, which means go and tell other people and bring other people. You give commission. It's called passive income, and that is wrong. I can tell you that one of the best marketing thing is, you heard about ClickBank? No? Okay. There is one big platform in the world. It's called ClickBank. You make an account. There are people who basically, for example, somebody writes a book yesterday, and they can go and put their book advertisement, and they hire agents. So you are an agent, and I am an author. So I said, my book is online published. This is the link of my book. If you go and market this book, I'll give you 30% commission. So you go around, try to sell this book by putting your link in the Facebook. Hey, I found this book. It's very brilliant. If you want to buy it, I can give you wholesale price. And that person buys it. You get 30%, and that seller gets 70%. It's marketing. Now, this kind of marketing is good. You can earn some genuine money. I have earned myself. And there are lots of people under me. They sold my products, and, I have got online business. I've done it but it's just not good idea unless you are ready to invest some loads of money, man. I've invested $4,000. Yes, I earned so far a lot of money. I earned $250 a day, but I stopped it now from a couple of months because I don't have a time. I can utilize my time into so many things which I can make more productive. But there are things which works in marketing, but not multi-level marketing. People come to you, chat shit, doing workshops, and start hiring people. Hey, this is, Lawrence product, and I would like you to go and become an sales agent, and you will get commission. Bullshit, mate. Stay away. All right?
Yes, dear Jimmy. Let me tell you something. I'll tell Ali about marketing. I've been importing goods, fitness shoes, sports shoes from China. At the same time that I've been studying in a university. And internet helped me. I have my own website and I've sold out many shoes in this way, but not online networking. Online marketing is good. And my problem is about my career. It's somehow like a suspending.
Okay, let me tell you one thing, Hamid. Okay, we're going to go again and again, same thing. You're doing trading business, that's a side gig, okay? That's not a problem. You know, you're importing and export.
But that's been stopped. I've trouble with my career. Now I'm gonna switch it, you know. I can't do anything about my career because there is some complicated situation about my career. It's about brand, about copyright. You know, I can't do it anymore.
All right. Okay. We know. I know. You discussed about it, so you're finding difficulty to choose a career. But like I said, mate, if you think you are good at trading, doing business, whether it's shoe or whatever, you know, you stick to this qualification, do business qualification, business management, business administration, and go for it. If you think you are a good person by talking, managing things or stuff like this, or whatever, I don't know. You know, I haven't discussed with you in private your personal interest and everything, so can I advise you according to your own? First of all, you do need to find what you're good at it and your interest. I've given you the best tip in the world. Always choose the career, whatever you have got in front of three options. For example, I'll give you the hypothetical example. If person say I'm a good teacher, I can go into the teaching field. The second person say I'm a basically good electrical engineer as well, so I can go into electrical engineering. Or I am good nature kind of person, so you know what, I can be a good nurse. So I only tell them one thing. In order to choose these three fields, you need to ask question, which position or which job you're going to do rest of your life. You will never get bored. Oh yeah, if I become nurse, maybe too long hours, too tiring, seeing patients might give me a little bit problem. So there's a risk in it. Electrical, I don't know. You know, maybe I'm a little bit not very good. So it's no fixed income every month. So maybe, you know, not. Okay, so that leaves me one option. Teacher. Yes, I can be there my rest of life as a teacher. Less hours, good money, balanced life. Thank you very much. There you go, that's your decision. So always, whenever you're stuck in decision, find out what you can do for rest of life in interest, whether it's job, business. I do job and business both. I'm an entrepreneur, you know, and this is what I like as well. But same time, my day-to-day job is not about entrepreneurship. No, I've got a fixed job. But my side interest is, I've got huge amount of money. If I tell you, you'll be shocked. I've got huge amount of money invested in my business. And that car business is a lot of money is at stake. But the problem is, that is my side thing. I know my interest of car is never going to die. I do, you know, my own personal car is sports one, but I know this is my interest. And that's why I choose along with my job. So, first find out your daily thing which gives you fixed income. Whatever you're good at it. Whatever you want to carry on rest of your life with interest. And then in a side, whether it's import, export, or whatever business, do it. Okay, Hamid? That's the only, I'm not going to give you again any answer on your career. Alright?
Thank you so much, dear Jimmy. I prefer to follow my interests rather than money in further. Thank you so much.
Great. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your, listening. This is the biggest call I think I've done, and I'm not sure people are going to listen. The recording of more than 3 hours, literally. Oh, I wanted to go out. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Fatma, take care. Everybody. Roja, thank you very much. Don't be absent in our classes. All right, Rosa? Well, you have to be regular like before. Okay? We are happy
Thank you so much.